Good afternoon, my friends. This is the Grim Flayer. I hope you're doing very well today. Time for some more BGX, time for some more Jund. Modern Horizons 2 Jund, to be exact. We're playing some Cat Jund, we're playing some Monkey Jund. We've got a lethal low curve, lots of efficient interaction, all the usual things that we know and love from a Lurrus Jund build. So I am joined by IreWorks MTG, aka Sal, and also by Steven Mirabito, two of the best Patreon supporters and Discord members. And this is Sal's Donation League, so big shout out to you for your support, my friend. How you guys doing? You two cooked up this list. I helped make some tweaks at the very end from your first draft, so why don't you two tell me what it's all about, beginning with Sal? What made you want to play Lurrus instead of Boomer Jund, and what choices followed from that initial decision?
Well, first off, I've got mad respect for Boomer Jund. Liliana and Bloodbraid Elf are some of my favorite cards to play. So it pains me to say it, but I think right now, Lurrus of the Dream Den is just one of the most powerful things you could be doing in Modern. Mm-hmm. And it really opens up the door to playing effects like Veil of Summer out of the sideboard, which again is just a very powerful effect for a low cost that Liliana and Bloodbraid Elf especially don't play very well with.
Yeah, you're right. We come to think of it, we have a lot of cards that are, cards that you'd want to hold in hand, use reactively, use at the perfect time more than the average Jund list, the average Boomer list for sure. But I hear you for sure on the Boomer respect. We do love that archetype too. But yeah, go on.
And the last thing and the biggest thing I think is just the printing of Ragavan. This card's just really solid, and I feel like we want to have it in play every turn of the game, and Lurrus really helps accommodate that. Whereas a card like Bloodbraid Elf could cascade into a redundant copy, which isn't good, and I think is just the best way that Jund can leverage this card, in my opinion. And I'm willing to try it out, and I think it looks like a sweet list.
Yeah, well said, man. Completely agree. So, Steven, where did you come in? What was your role in designing the list that we see here today? And what are your thoughts about it in general?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much to IreWorks for letting me on here. This is his donation league, but he's the one that reached out to me to join with you guys, and I'm really flattered by that. So I'm really happy to be here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had pretty much the same exact line of thinking as IreWorks. I'm a huge Bloodbraid caster. I've been known to cast a Liliana the Veil in my life as well. But I just think, yeah, it's probably time to try to see how we can exploit Lurrus to her fullest potential. Now, I think a lot of people might be watching this and saying that, the Rakdos Monkey list, the Aspiring Spike list might just be better. And it might be true. I'm not sure yet, but there's potential that both Tarmogoyf and Wrenn and Six are secretly very powerful in the format right now. Despite us still living in a lava dart world, there's a shocking number of X1s in this format right now. We have Ragavan, we have Dragon's Rage Channeler when they don't have Delirium. We have, a unkicked Turok. We have people are even playing Dark Confidant in their Rakdos mid-range decks. There's Ignoble Hierarch. I mean, there's just a lot of targets for Wrenn and Six right now. So I think Wrenn and Six secretly could be really insane. Yeah. And then also just Tarmogoyf, just the fact that Tarmogoyf can get so huge can potentially be awesome right now, given how much people are shying away from the card Fatal Push right now. So I'm hoping that with our Jund colors, we can really leverage our advantage with Wrenn and Six and Tarmogoyf. But, it all kind of remains to be seen, and you have to play a lot and just kind of find that stuff out for ourselves.
Yeah, very well said, man. I would also add there's a little mini renaissance for tribal decks going on, which is just more fuel for the Wrenn fire, for the bonfire here, pinging all the X1s. And yeah, I completely agree with everything that you said here. I think Tarmogoyf does remain on the table always in these black-red X mid-range decks. That is always one incentive to play green. It might not always be optimal, as we say, but it is definitely always something that we should be considering. So you guys, you showed me a list that is very similar to what we see here. I began talking tweaks with Sal yesterday, and basically, I'll just take us quickly through the entire list and mention tweaks where they come up. So we have 22 lands, a Lonely Nurturing Peatland for utility, 9 fetches, otherwise very typical Jund stuff, as it should be, I think. 4 Bauble, non-negotiable in my view. We also have a couple other classic Lurrus loopables, both of which are kind of second stage additions to this deck. Seal of Fire is something, so it flows from the decision. I called into question a couple spells in the main deck. We had a second Abrupt Decay. I'm not sure that Decay is as well positioned enough as that, to run 2. We also had an Unearth that I thought was not the very best fit for our threat suite, with all due respect to how insane it is to unearth a Lurrus. If you look beyond that, we don't have enough ETBs, we don't have enough mana sinks, the tempo and everything's 1 or 2 drop, right? So the tempo you gain from Unearth not as significant as it is in a lot of other lists. And with those things in mind, we shunted those cards out of the 60, and we brought in Nihil Spellbomb, Seal of Fire, both kind of meta calls, because, a lot of things are dying to shock these days, as we just mentioned with talking about Wrenn. Seal of Fire kills those 2, grows the Goyf, Lurrus loopable. Nihil Spellbomb could be a very good meta call. I think it's at least an okay meta call, and it's just a proactive thing, Lurrus loopable keeps us churning through the deck, helps us double down on the graveyard hate brought by Dauthi Voidwalker. Beyond that, the list more or less looks as you guys submitted it to me. We have 3 Push, 4 Inquisition, 2 Thoughtseize. We actually were on a third. I think the final cut is we cut a Thoughtseize and brought a Maelstrom Pulse in. We'll talk about that at the top end, but 2 Bolt, 4 Ragavan, 3 Voidwalker, 4 Goyf, 2 Kroxa. That's our threat suite. 3 copies of Wrenn and Six, very high card quality all across the threats. 1 each of Decay, Terminate, and Maelstrom Pulse, kind of representing a diverse suite of interaction. I made the case for Assassin's Trophy. Sal, you're not a big trophy fan. Steven, not really a big trophy fan either, right? So I think I got a little bit overruled there. I don't think it's mandatory, but I do think when we're unsure, at least a 1-of is fine. But I think we can cover our bases more or less just as well without it. 2 copies of Kolaghan's Command round out the 60. This card seems better positioned now than it has in quite some time. A very nice fit for the list, and in general, I like packing a good, healthy amount of really impactful interactive spells into these Lurrus lists. I think people are right to keep the curve low, but then it can almost be a trap to keep the curve too low as far as their interactive spells go. I think we want to take advantage of our mid-range status, the fact that the games go long, the fact that we do still play a semi-high land count by packing effects like this at the top end. Then in the sideboard, we have a last-minute addition of Pillage as just a little bit of a hedge against Titan being the #1 format deck, as well as artifacts being absolutely everywhere. 2 copies of Alpine Moon, 2 copies of Ancient Grudge, 2 copies of Veil of Summer, notably, as the guys mentioned, we can play this in a non-Bloodbraid Elf list. 1 copy of Back to Nature. It's got a few use cases here and there. The main target, of course, is the Enchantress deck, though. EE, fantastic, in a Jund Lurrus deck. What better home for this could you possibly ask for? We've got a second Spellbomb, 2 Brutality, and 1 more Terminate. So, thank you very much, Sal, once again, for your generous support, for your contributions to the community, and to you and Mirabito, thank you for joining me today. Thanks to all patrons and everybody out there watching. Now let's get into some Jund games. Gonna be lots of fun. All right, here we go. We are on the play. What do you guys think? I think this looks good enough to keep in the blind.
Yeah, seems fine.
Yeah,
nothing too exciting, but
Agreed.
Seems fine.
And I presume we'll want to bauble ourselves straight away for a little bit of info. I mean, we won't know exactly what we need, but we're basically just looking for any action, right? Any non-land spell will top.
Yeah. I'd probably just go fetch land, bauble, pass. There's no reason to bauble right away,
You're
like
right,
you were
yeah.
saying.
Mm-hmm.
We can just see what our opponent's up to and make a more informed decision based off of that.
Agreed.
So maybe they're Tron because they just mulled a 5, and we can Abrupt Decay the turn 1 map.
That'd be pretty hype.
See what they do. No. Ooh.
Interesting. I don't mind the
feel like our
Thoughtseize
hands-
deck going to 5.
Yeah. And then our hand seems reasonable against them. Like, this Kroxa is going to do a lot of work unless they have Grave Hate.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay.
Another Bauble. What do we think?
Bauble reveal Bauble. Name a
Yeah.
more iconic duo, I'll wait.
Do we take that?
I think maybe it just puts another thing in the yard, right?
Yeah, I think we take it.
Yep.
Oh, look at us. Let's go.
Not bad.
Not bad. All right, Mountain and get Overgrown Tomb.
And just Kroxa then?
I think so, yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, especially with them mulling. Looks
Yep,
good.
exactly.
Yeah, good point.
Especially
Good
because
point.
they took Kroxa, like, it just gets better and better. Then I think we'll bauble them on their upkeep just to get a little more info and start
I like
lining
it.
up that Kroxa escape. Them losing another Thoughtseize makes a lot of sense, but at the same time it does give us the chance to put Lurrus into our hand with...
Erebos Intervention, wow.
What are we
This-
playing?
Whoa, I played that card in my 5-ticks list. That's,
Wow.
Whoa, is this maybe Lotus's Dan's alt account?
I really think so. Oh my goodness.
That's a sweet card, man. I mean, respect. Like, he ripped the answer to our Kroxa.
Yep.
And he gets to get both of them, which
Yeah.
is pretty nuts. But, you know, I mean, sweet, good for him. But on the other hand, I mean, he's spending a whole card to do it, so
Yeah,
that's nice for
exactly.
us.
And we'll still have plenty of Lurrus fuel, so yeah.
Right.
We take it, but...
That's wild.
That is-
Interesting.
Yep. Oh,
He takes the baubles.
Taking the
That
baubles.
seems like a big mistake. I don't
that.
agree with that at all. But maybe he has another one in hand.
Maybe. But this
Strange
is a
stuff.
nice proactive draw for us.
Agreed. Yeah, agreed. Before we pick up the land, real quick.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. I wanted to count what we were at for lands in yard if we could escape Kroxa next turn if we left it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
okay.
that's totally fair. I don't think we're close to really escaping Kroxa. Like, if we leave that, we put another land in the bin next turn, we're at 4. We'd need them to kill Wrenn on a mono black deck. I don't think it's going to happen. But in general, leaving more cards in the bin seems fine. And look at this. I'm so wrong.
Oh
They
man,
killed
we
the
just
Wrenn.
got to eat our words right away.
Yep.
That's okay though.
But look, this is pretty good. We're drawing off of it.
Uh,
And we draw the Ragman, and they don't have a third land. Okay.
oh, because it's that card. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness,
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't realize that.
Oh, yes.
Oh gosh.
So
Yikes. Making us draw Ragavan's really
Exactly.
brutal.
Yeah, how dare you?
Very curious to see what its threats look like.
Yeah, for
Right.
real. So, are we dashing?
Man.
If we dash, we can also hold up K command with the treasure or steal one of his
Right.
things.
Or put
Every
Lurrus
time.
into hand and yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's
So-
very likely to cast one of their spells if we dash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just grab a swamp off the catacomb.
I was just gonna ask, what do we do about the lands? That's the only doubt, but I agree with that too. So, let's get in there.
All right. First Ragavan hit of the league. Inquisition?
Lily?
Oh, Lily would be nuts.
Lily would be nuts.
Sign in blood. Okay.
I guess we take those.
I guess we definitely take that. Oh, we can
Aye, we hit
Inquisition,
the Inquisition
too.
anyway.
We doing it? I think so, right?
Yeah, I think so.
This is
Oh
a true
my
gem.
goodness. This is.
This is what Junding looks like in 2021, and we even
Was that Omnixilus?
it's Obnixilis reignited.
I love that card.
Oh my goodness,
So much.
guys, this is pretty good. This is pretty good.
This is a good Junding here.
Yeah, not quite there for Kroxa this turn. We can just dash Ragavan again and take it from there, I guess.
Can we, before we do anything,
Yeah.
is there anything we could hit? Oh, okay, never mind. My question was going to be if there was anything we could hit off of them that would make it so we could cast Kroxa. Because if so, we would want to go Forest and dash with the Forest. But I guess, yeah, dash with the Forest, right?
Yeah, that would have
Need
been
the other mana
a
for escape the
heads
Kroxa.
up call. So, I mean, there's definitely such a thing as playing too much discard, but Collective Brutality could be a call that we make here. I think Veil of Summer is our
Veil
best
of
card.
Summer, yeah.
I don't know if we necessarily even need anything else, but you could see
Maybe
Nihil.
a Spellbomb?
Yeah.
It's hard to say. We haven't seen enough of their deck.
Yeah, so in
Right.
that case, I think conservative sideboarding is very reasonable here.
I like it.
So 2 Veil in. What are our 2 worst? Are they... I think we can't really give them credit for playing no small threats. At the same time, Fatal Push might be the safest cut. Any small black threat is going to get killed by Bolt and Seal.
Yeah, I could going down Fatal Pushes.
Yeah, and we have
beyond
Terminate,
that.
Decay, K Command. Yeah, so... Maybe
Do we want... Is there any thought to... I'm sorry, go ahead, Grim.
Just going to say a Collective Brutality could be pretty good, because it's also going to kill their small stuff. It's more flexible. We could cut a push for that, too.
I was more wondering if we should be cutting on Hand Disruption.
Yeah, I don't know.
When we're both just thought seizing each other out of the game. I don't know.
I mean, I think that benefits us, but we could also just reduce our bad top decks that way. So what if we turn a Thoughtseize or an Inquisition into a Brutality?
I think
I
we
like
definitely.
taking out... Sorry, I keep cutting you guys off with that.
I was just going to say, I think the Thoughtseize is more valuable than the Inquisition after we saw like cards like Ob Nixilis.
Yeah.
I agree with... Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
So let's do that, and then we want another Spellbomb because it's proactive, or do we just stick with the one main deck?
Until we see some graveyard stuff, I think one's fine. We've got Dauthi.
All right, let's do it. Wouldn't, they might be on like Leyline of the Void or something. That could hurt a bit. We'll see, though.
One swamp is unfortunate.
It is.
Indeed.
Hand's kind of good, though. Beyond that, they're keeping 7. It's the verdict, gentlemen.
Yeah. I would be more about this if this was like a Blackcleave Cliffs, because even if we hit another land, we're not casting Wrenn and Six, which is like great in the matchup. So
Yeah.
I think I'm about mulliganing this hand.
Yeah, there's
What do
no
you think,
question.
IreWorks?
Yeah, especially after earlier today.
Yes, especially after earlier today.
All right, we
Sounds
got to
solid.
keep here. Yep. Bottom the swamp.
Ooh. I was thinking Spellbomb, but yeah, I mean,
thinking
3 OP.
Yeah, I mean, we're on the draw. Spellbomb itself is a redraw. I don't know. Spellbomb or swamp, either one.
Actually, you know what? I think you're right. Yeah, I'm between Spellbomb and Swamp, and now I'm leaning a little harder on Swamp now that you mention it.
Let's do it.
Greed OP. Alex would be proud.
Alex would have kept that first hand, though. So he's a
That's
little
true.
disappointed.
Yep. Really interested to see more of this OP's list here. Oh, really interested to draw a discard spell right off the top.
That was a really nice rip.
Let's do it. Worm Coil.
Whoa.
Dude, this is Dan's
Cabal
list.
Coffers.
This is Dan's
Dan.
list. Dan, we see you. We see you. Q sniping us.
What does Baleful Mastery do?
That's the one that killed our run and we drew off of it.
Oh,
So
right.
they can
Oh, so
cast
we
it
just-
for 2 and we draw, or they can cast it for 4 and it's a 1-for-1 exile.
Gotcha.
So I don't think we take that. I think we take either
No.
Spellbomb or Worm Coil here.
I think
Take the Worm Coil, right?
eat the Worm Coil. We should
Yeah,
probably
they
take.
got Cabal Coffers Urborg in hand, so they're about to make a lot of mana.
Yeah. I was going to say we could maybe K-Command that out of their hand at some point, but they can obviously discard us out first, and we can also K-Command their kill spell, too, if we really need to. Rewarded for bottoming the swamp, because we just draw it again. So I guess we
Easy.
just get it down off of Forest here, and say go.
Cool. All right, I'm pretty excited to see what our opponent's deck can do.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
Creature
they're definitely
or
playing
Planeswalker?
all sweet cards.
Yes.
They're like the sweetness factor on their cards is like turned up to like 11 right now.
Facts. I think I want to just fire off the Spellbomb here, because we don't know that we need the effect, right?
I'm in agreement there.
Good one. Well, they have a Spellbomb, so maybe not as good as I first assumed, but never a bad one is our Kroxa. So Kroxa plus tap land is an option. Lurrus into hand is the other option, really.
We could like swamp pass. I don't know. Do you think they're going to crack the Spellbomb? Because if they crack Spellbomb, we could rescue the Goyf with the K command, make him discard in response to a Spellbomb. But
That's a pretty spicy play. It's just a question of, they're kind of the big mana deck. If they've drawn something decent, they might not need the Spellbomb, and then we're kind of caught potentially time walking ourselves. But it's a really good line. If we think they're cracking the Spellbomb, it's our best line by far.
What do you think, Sal?
I'm not too sure. It's the Spellbomb definitely makes things awkward. You're right about that being their best line, or our best line if they do pull it. But almost like the idea of kind of forcing the action. Like, is it terrible to just jam this Kroxa?
I don't think it's terrible.
Because they're going to go down a card
1-for-1. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. I think it's pretty close between the two, though.
Oh, that's right. Urborg gives us...
Yep.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah. The other reason it's kind of cool to use Kroxa as bait here is that we can't escape him anyway until we draw another red land, right? So...
That's true. It's very true.
It would be sweet if we could have, like, been more convinced they'd definitely Spellbomb, though, and, yeah, getting the Goyf back, that would have been huge.
I guess the other thing is we could have, even if they hadn't cracked Spellbomb, we do it on their upkeep, and then if they want to tap, then they're maybe tapping off Cabal Coffers, potentially.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
That was a really cool turn overall.
4/5. They got 5 mana now?
Ooh.
Thoughtseize is good. It's a good one. All right, just Bloodbraid Elf off the top, right, guys?
That's right. Okay. I like it. Liliana Dreadhorde General. We'll take
love
that.
it.
Thank you.
Absolutely love it.
Thoughtseize making an early play for thumbnail status. We're finding some very timely ones, I have to say. All right, so they have now established Revolt potential to beat Lurrus. Oh. I think we just Ragavan to force the push out and then Lurrus buy it back next turn.
Yeah, that looks good.
Here for it. I also know about our Lurrus, so maybe they just let this go.
Yeah, maybe, but I think they kind of have to answer this and then hope they draw discard or Spellbomb or something off the top. But
gotcha.
We're not sad if
if they yeah.
They're really tanked on this.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, unless he draws removal here, it's just kind of a lose-lose.
Yeah. Yeah, gotta fade discard. Ooh, okay.
Oh.
The game goes on. Man, why did I cut the Unearth from our deck? Now, okay. I think playing that's worth.
I agree. There's like certain weird sequences of draws that like having 6 mana is good with like a Kroxa. I almost said Uro. Oh man.
Oh no.
Yeah, when we draw our Uro, it'd be good.
All right.
Yeah. Tap in the forest for a swamp just for the style points. You really love to see it.
Exactly. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
OP on that flood plan.
Yeah.
Ooh, here we go.
Ooh.
Okay. So
that one exile all the things from your yard is an instant, I believe. Erebos Intervention.
You're right.
So I think because like we're going for Lurrus, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's just free to do it on their upkeep or on their end step.
Yeah, so I think we just attack, pass, and then wait for the best time.
I think so.
Agreed. Oh boy.
Do we know what their last card is?
No, we don't.
We do not.
But I think it's probably a land. But I suppose we want to go for the K command now.
Well, if we K command, we could be sure that Lurrus is going to live, and we could dash monkey in. You can dash monkey from the grave. If you discard, pick up Lurrus, play Lurrus, dash monkey.
We're just basically wondering, do they have that intervention or whatever? But yeah, I think we just go for it. Sorry,
We're
if you
catching
guys...
them with like a fatal push. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Oh, other F6. That's really good for us.
They had a
It was an Urborg.
Oh, an Urborg, sorry.
Okay.
Oh, and it
That
got
makes
exiled.
sense.
Right. Okay.
Well, this looks pretty wrapped up. I mean, I guess they can have big top decks.
They sure can. I guess we should have bobbled them first, just to really
see
get
what we're
most
hitting.
info. I guess we'll still
Here,
do
hold
it.
on. Okay, yeah. Well, we were going to hit that off monkey, so we could have done it after.
You're
just to
right.
See what
You're
drawing to.
absolutely right.
You could. This is really, really deep, but like you could not attack with Ragavan to guarantee they're bricking.
Actually, I think that's really good. I think
Sweet.
that's exactly.
I'm down for that. Okay.
Yeah, I love.
Because now they're taking 3/6/8 next turn. So if we hit a bolt, we have lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. Really good call. Oh my
Hey,
god. And the
look
shot
at
called. Woo! Beautiful, beautiful call.
Oh, opponent should have fetched.
Yeah, true, if they realized what we were
that's
doing.
true.
But
Yeah.
all pretty
That's a good
academic
point.
here, I suppose. Seems hard to conceive of losing from here.
Boom.
All right. A Junding, if I've ever seen one, my friends. Well navigated.
Quite the Junding.
That was fun. Cool
Yeah.
deck from OP. The games would have been a lot tougher if we didn't rip the Thoughtseize at the perfect time, one time both games, right? To take their big bomb.
Right.
But, when you
kidding.
do that, it seems pretty easy, but those games could have been a lot grindier. In any case, a nice start, and on to round 2 we go. All right, on the draw, we probably look pretty favorably upon this hand.
Yeah, this hand looks fine.
Yep. It's like the ultimate Jund hand. It's just like, it's very fine.
Yep. Oh, and
Oh,
it's
against an Ancient Ziggurat deck.
Perfect.
Very cool.
Now that fatal push is looking really good. I was just about to suggest that.
Looking real good.
Better with Inquisition,
Double
but
K command?
Wow.
Chef's kiss.
So would we like to bobble ourselves in order to determine what's on top and whether to swamp push or tomb push?
I think yes. The only thing it doesn't play around is Kitesail Freebooter, but
True.
I think it's fine though. But I still like it.
looking for more removal spells, like a lightning
Yeah.
bolt.
Yep.
Yeah, Wrenn and Six.
Yes, all of the above. So we see Tarmogoyf. That's a bit of a borderline one, actually. I could take or leave that.
Yeah, what do y'all think of that? I'm not sure.
So I think I kind of want to shuffle it away
Mm-hmm. I like it.
because it doesn't really help us curve out double spell. It could be awkward against Reflector Mage. Yeah, I think we shuffle it away, but it's close because I would almost say we should top any action there. But
Right.
that's one example of something that we'll have to see another time. And there's the monkey. And there's the monkey.
Monkey. Ooh, I guess also Dahlia kind of gets us, huh? Okay. Probably naming Bolt, I would guess.
Yeah, they're not going to name
yeah.
anything in our hand unless...
Unless, yeah, this is me on another account.
Yeah. Unless this is Dan's third account.
Dan's third account.
We only have two.
Decent draw, actually.
Wow, yeah. I think we go for that, yeah. Thoughtseize into Monkey,
I like
right?
it. I like it a lot.
Mantis Rider, Esper Sentinel. This card gets us to...
Oh, wait, is that an artifact?
It is, but they will draw off of it if we
Gotcha.
K-command it on curve.
Gotcha. Still think it's Rider, though, right? We don't have a way to answer a Rider.
We don't, and also Ragavan can force a trade, or if they don't want to trade with Ragavan, we can pay the Sentinel tax. So yeah, that makes me want to take Rider.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, right, that's really smart, yeah.
Look at us drawing 2/1 drop spells off the top. Seems good.
I know, right?
Alright, they have found
Oh,
something.
Thoughtseize Bug?
Yeah.
Oh, savage. Savage.
You know, that is just kind of rough, but notably they're not interested in the trade here.
Right. How bad is it if we attack?
I don't think it's bad. I think we actually kind of have to. Because we could even just like pick the Ragavan back up after the damage is assigned. We then second main do 2 to finish it off, pick him back up, and then next turn we can K-command and Ragavan, but we'll have to fetch and shock for that. And we're still not playing our Tarmogoyf. Or we can just K-command and pay for the Esper Sentinel tax, and then we will kill both of their creatures that way with shock
so maybe,
plus shatter.
Yeah.
So I think we do attack and then make that play. All right.
Awesome.
All right, so now do we want to fetch and shock here? I mean, it's not that much worse than just shocking in the tomb, so probably.
Well, we shock in tomb, we can just fetch basic swamp next turn, right?
But then we want to have double red in case, like, we need to play Ragavan and K-command on the same turn.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. I think Stomping Ground makes sense here, too, in this particular case. All right. They can't stop the Ragman. He's just coming back for more. Don't even worry about it. This also lets us just play a Ragavan Goyf Tomb tapped if we need to like set up.
Good point.
In a different way. Okay, one unknown in their hand. Almost certainly just another land, I would say.
Do we pay the tax on this thing to stop them from drawing a card?
Well, I think we have two plays. I think we kill both of their threats and shock to pay the tax, and then we're at 6. Or we just play Ragavan Goyf Tomb tapped, and then next turn take it from there. I almost like getting our threats down.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Are you with that, Sal?
Yeah, no, I agree. And then we get to start clocking with the Goyf. Makes sense.
Yeah. We're punished by Thalia's Lieutenant off the top, I guess. Not really, because, I mean, we kind of have to kill most things. Yeah, Reflector could be tough.
Yeah,
Thalia's Lieutenant Thalia's Lieutenant, because then we don't kill the Meddling Mage.
Yeah, right now that's not the worst, but we do obviously need to free up our bolts at some point, I would assume.
Oh my goodness,
Oh,
another
no,
Mantis Rider.
The triple rider
Jeez.
progression is pretty rough.
Ah, man. Unfortunately, there's not much you can do about that.
Yeah.
It's like, a lot of times against humans, it's like, how many Mantis Riders do they top deck?
Yep. That's what we're seeing here, no doubt. Okay, Inquisition. Not really doing much, so... What does it look like?
Would we do that same goofy play?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to suggest that same thing.
I think we have
like,
to. So in that case, do we attack with both? I think we have to race too, because we know even if they don't block the floor of our turn, as we just kill the Sentinel and the Meddling Mage with our K command and pay the tax.
Right.
All right, let's go for it.
The Glyph can't block anyway, so may as well.
Yeah, not against the Rider. But yeah, if they block Ragavan with the Rider, then we'll see. Then we'll probably just kill Sentinel and Rider. And then they get to get a free swing for 2, but we still have to race.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is the play. All right, they're taking a trade. That is interesting indeed.
So what we can do is, now that Sentinel's dying, we can Inquisition them post-combat.
Yep.
And then in their draw step, we can shock Meddling Mage, make them discard. That is if they don't have a land here.
Right. Or we could play another Ragavan if we think they do have a land. It's interesting. Maybe we have to play as though they have a land because we're not beating them if they have a non-land. And in that case, Ragavan K command is okay, but...
Well, if they have a non-land, then we Inquisition it away, and then K command, kill Meddling Mage, make them discard the next draw.
I'm trying
to say.
Okay, yeah, I understand now.
Yeah, but if this is a land, this is really rough.
Also, what about putting... No, we can't put Lurrus into hand. Okay. Yeah, let's go for the IOK. We can't put Lurrus into hand without dying, that is. Wow, good call. And,
Thank goodness.
Yeah. So then we're looking for the draw step.
Right.
K command. And then gotta draw Lightning Bolt, probably.
Right. We can draw Fatal Push, because we'll get Revolt if we dash Ragavan and it pops back to our hand, or if they block it.
That's true. It's a good way to engineer Revolt. Yeah, the third Mantis Rider, though. Brah.
Yeah, I mean, that's honestly my experience in this matchup, is like, how many Mantis Riders do they top deck?
For real. Okay. Begin by dashing Ragavan. Or...
Should we bauble ourselves or them? Get more informed on what's on the top of their library, or dashing.
No matter what we draw is what we draw, and we have to hit Bolt.
Right.
Or if we, no, you're right. We do have to hit Bolt.
So I think we just bauble them just for more info.
Ancient Ziggurat. Okay. Are we... So let's assume we draw Bolt, then the best play here is to just put Lurrus into hand and hardcast Ragavan, right? After attacks.
Not... if we put Lurrus in hand, then we have to hold up a red for the Bolt that we're going to top deck.
Sure, okay, yeah, sorry, you're right. So...
But, yeah, no, I think we play for highest upside, right? Just put Lurrus in hand. If we do top deck this Bolt, though, I think we're in...
Yeah.
We're just going to take it, probably.
Come on. Ooh, so close. If this was the third Bolt, which we talked about.
We were on 3 bolts before, I think.
Yep. That's so close. Brutal. That's funny, though. Okay.
Exactly what we got to the Seal of Fire.
Yep.
Oh, man, that's insane. Rust off.
Oh, yep. Okay. Interesting game, as it often is against humans, and we got a lot of good ones to bring in.
Voidwalker comes out.
Yeah, I think Thought Season Spellbomb are our
Spellbomb.
first two cuts,
Yep.
and then Voidwalker is pretty poor, and everything else looks great. So the final Voidwalker should just be an ancillary threat, or we could mess with something goofy like an Ancient Grudge, but probably just keep the 3/2 Shadow, right?
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
Sweet. Alright, we're taking these two post-side, though. I think
This
this
is a
is
great
an
hand.
awesome hand.
This
Yeah.
is a very good hand. No matter what one drop they play, we're gonna hit with the Ragavan next
Yep,
turn unless they
exactly.
dismember.
You're right.
Be super ideal if they led on Hierarch or
Oh yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, we don't want them to
But
play Esper Sentinel T1. Well, we can actually just attack and then force a trade, stick a Wrenn tick up, I guess, or pay the tax if they let it through. Either way, we'll see. Just that's what we don't want them to play, right? Or Ether Vial.
Right. Nice. I was gonna say basic that looks good here.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Hierarch.
Or Champion.
Champ.
We take
You just-
Champion. Yeah.
Yes. Let's go. Wrenn and Six paying off already.
Get the Tomb down here, or do we want to grab Forest?
I like getting the tomb down.
Yeah, I agree.
Pow. Alright, give us like a Noble Hierarch or Imperial Recruiter.
Whoa. Interesting.
Cannot play, but happy enough.
We
to
are
see that.
way on the front foot, and we might
Look
be
at this
hitting this
turn two board.
Ragavan several turns in a row.
Yeah, I mean, nothing they have survives Terminate as far as I know, so I think we're going to connect again.
They could play Sanctifier and Vec would be really rough here.
That is so true. They're not gonna.
Oh, no.
Okay. Oh, well.
We play
All right.
The-
Wow. Easy
maybe
game.
powerful M card followed by maybe the most powerful MH1 card.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, exactly right. We just played the two most expensive cards on MTGO one after
Yeah.
another.
Gotta pay to win, humans player. You
Pay to
gotta
win.
pay to
I
win.
know, right? Seriously. Hey, man, humans should change their mana base, put Monkey in it. Probably wouldn't be that bad,
I
right?
know, right? Yuck.
Unfortunate.
That's going back, right?
Oh yeah.
Come on. Okay, now we're cooking.
Okay.
Definite keep and Greed OP bottom of land?
I was about to say the same exact thing.
Yeah. So, I guess...
Just like Wooded Foothills, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's Foothills.
Just going to rattle off removal spell under Wrenn here off the top of the deck. It's easy.
Easiest thing we've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, self Bauble time for a little flood mitigation, or any other ideas?
Yeah, I think we want to just find removal spells.
Agreed.
Another Ragavan. We'll shuffle that away.
Gosh, good thing we bobbled.
Yeah. The old legendary rule mulligan, right? We already mulliganed the real way. We don't need to get more pseudo mulls under our belt.
There's like champion into threat.
Sure looks to be. Yuck. That's
No,
so
it was
good.
rough.
So good.
Yeah.
At least
You
we
can.
have- Yeah.
Sorry, I was gonna say we can still cast E for 2.
Yes, we can.
Or for one.
Yeah, they're both looking okay. Maybe once again we start with Bauble to inform the decision.
Just bobble costs 1 mana.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, good call. So I think there's some decent scope here to play Goyf and see where they take it from there. You know, if they just curve into Reflector Mage, it'd be a disaster, right? Yeah. But the alternative is like we're just setting ourselves up for a 1-for-1 or a 2-for-2 with EE, which isn't great either. Well, maybe we play Goyf and say, okay, you show us the way the game's going and we'll try to capitalize on that.
Yeah, and playing EO2 might even just disincentivize him and give him more information, right? So that's probably the play.
Goyf it is. And off of Forest, I suppose. Yeah, we really want to fade Reflector here, but okay, it's Mantis Rider, pretty bad too. I think that makes us want to take a double block. Oh no, it is Reflector. Okay, they got the perfect curve out for us. We could save life and then EE next turn. You guys there?
I don't hate that.
I mean, we can't play Goyf. Bauble's unrealistic.
Right.
Everything else is getting taxed, so that's like that's a solid way to try to recover. Their board's not that big after that. And if we're going to do that, we might as well save the life right now.
Yeah, that's a buck.
I like that. That's a good call.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a tough game.
Yeah.
For sure. But potentially we can wiggle our way out of this.
Hopefully. All right, so
gosh, I know how to do this in paper. I don't know how to do this on MTGO.
Yeah.
But in paper, you declare I'm declaring engineered explosives for 0. Then you tap a mana and say, but since I had to pay the Thalia tax, the Sunburst is on 1. It's like how you say it.
Yeah.
But like I don't know how to do it on MTGO here. I think you just hit done here.
I think you're right. I think we just did that.
Okay, cool. Okay, good. Magic's a fun game.
It could have been decisively less good.
Yep.
So he didn't activate the vial there. Does that mean that he's just got a bunch of 3-drops?
It seems to be the case, which is just rough.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oof. Man, that Thalia really got us.
Yeah, Thalia. Okay.
So we have Tarmogoyf push the Rider. That's not bad.
Not at all. Yeah, I guess that is our play, right?
Yeah. We can grab a basic swamp.
And then we can... we still can't Bauble. We're still just so slowed down by her.
I know. It's crazy.
But we do
we
have
just play
to
Tarmogoyf and... Right. We do. I think it's free to pass to them. They don't play like Veilstorm or anything, so we can just like goof pass and just like see what happens. Oh man. Okay. All right, so they brick and pass.
I don't think they're
not
breaking
bricking.
because they haven't played any more lands since turn 3. Yeah, Recruiter.
Huh.
I could just
Okay, we draw Wrenn and Six. Wrenn and Six pings the Thalia, then we Inquisition what they grab here.
Yeah, and then
Bauble.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So we're drawing.
Yeah, another Reflector. That's what I figured. All right, come on.
Wrenn
Okay, well...
Really frustrating.
Yeah, we can...
Because we just empty our hand, I
we
suppose,
can play
right?
these cards, yep.
Okay, we kind of have the ground
Yep.
blocked up, so that's nice.
I guess we should have technically played one pre-Inquisition if this was our line, but shouldn't matter.
Yeah. Just bobble them now and then bobble them after they've drawn, so we know their next 2 draw steps.
Exactly. Meddling Mage. That's a good draw, actually.
Yeah.
Because it lets them double spell proactively, it grows the champion, and it's just gonna randomly hose us, potentially.
Gotcha.
But they go to combat first, huh? Whoa.
Whoa.
Alright, alright.
You just kick out the mage?
Yeah, I think so.
That's an interesting attack.
Let's see what they're gonna draw next.
Right.
Unclaimed territory, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I like this block the best. Imagine if we had Plague Man in our list to draw.
I know. I know.
This is a big fight to Lurrus. It's
Yep.
so good in the map.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know, maybe they'll name Liliana the Veil off their middle mage. That's happened to me a couple times playing Lurrus.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, but now we get the redemption arc for Seal of Fire by drawing it. Let's go.
Yeah, there we go. I love
God,
it.
these are so bad. Oh, this is all so awful. Literally the worst possible. The worst 3 spells possible, right? So we're dead on field if we just like tap out and let them attack. So part of our plan has to be Bauble, yeah. And we could, if we wanted to be really efficient, Inquisition and Bauble. No, we still can't, because then we couldn't pay for the 1 drop we draw. So all we do is Bauble here.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, we can look, right? Maybe it doesn't matter. Anyway.
And then we get to sweat ourselves here.
Oh my god. Seal of Fire, you are fired. This card is...
Oh my gosh.
Now, granted, this time Bolt would be locked out anyway, but...
oh, true. Facts.
But still,
you're right.
Very frustrating. Let's just make them work up the courage to attack all out, right? And then...
okay, this is this is total nonsense, but you should tap all your mana in their main phase and untap before they go to combat.
I like it.
It's not going to change anything about their play, but...
No, I think I'll wait. I'll wait. Your move, like opponent.
Your move. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah, right.
GG. Yeah, that's what you put out your hand. Handshake.
Funny stuff.
Goodness.
Yeah, pretty unlucky. Yeah. Fun matches though, or fun games rather.
Yeah.
And
sure.
Just the Mantis Riders off the top. That game 1 loss felt like more of a steal than this game 3. Frankly, like we had them covered in game 1. They just kept drawing Mantis Riders. What are you gonna do?
Yep.
But Human's still a real deck, still a very cool deck, and on we go to round 3.
Yeah, but I think it's fine. I don't think it's terrible.
Yeah, I think maybe it doesn't slot. We can keep this one for sure. I think maybe it doesn't slot quite as cleanly into as many shells as people initially thought it would, myself included. Still think it's a pretty sweet card for sure. Whoa.
Ooh, I was playing against this earlier. It's probably the Rhinos deck.
Yeah, the Crater Footfall deck. Or Crater...
Omnath. Huh. Is this like the Game Objects deck that plays the World Warp?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
With that in mind, do we like bobbling ourselves or them?
Bobbler. Oh. Maybe bobble them.
All right.
Like you mean before Inquisition?
Yeah, that's what I'm...
Okay.
Yep. Okay, Misty Rainforest not showing us Much more. So let's find out the old-fashioned way.
it is.
Shardless Agent, Tireless Provisioner.
Take an agent.
Yep.
So have y'all seen this deck yet?
No, I haven't.
I haven't.
So they just vomit permanents onto the battlefield. Just tons of game objects. So lots of food, treasures, just random things, clues, and then with that they cast that red card, Glimpse of Tomorrow, which is you sacrifice all your permanents on board and then flip that many off onto the battlefield.
Right, they just put really big dumb stuff in play. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on their win con yet, but they just do something. They just do something really like exaggerated and over the top.
Seems like a bad matchup for us, and then you see Omnath and other things like that. Yeah, seems like a bad matchup. But
we might, let's see what we draw. But like, if they're just tapping out for Provisioner, then we just get to bolt it and then hit them with the goof.
That'll be a great.
Maybe
turn.
We get some. Yeah. Like if we hit like an Inquisition next turn, then I think we're in great shape.
Yeah, I agree.
So there it is, right there. Okay, that's not terrible though.
No, it's not. So. Bolt Wrenn tick up, is that the line? Or, Spellbomb to see a new card rather than to generically accrue value, but probably just the Wrenn, right?
Yeah, I like putting the Wrenn down.
Yes.
I guess we need another red land. We could just get Mountain here.
Seems fine.
I mean, presenting the Lurrus loop is certainly a way to compete on the value axis with their type of thing. Basic Forest is interesting there. What did they find? Wave Sifter? Oh my god. Yuck. Bad draw, too. All right.
I think... Like kick it off with the Spellbomb, maybe?
Yeah, we are shrinking our Goyf that way.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So I think regardless of what we do, we just want to attack first.
Gotcha. Is it crazy, like, do we just, like, start just pinging them with the Wrenn?
No, it's not crazy. Having drawn yet another land.
Right.
Yeah, I guess we'll Spellbomb first. Oh my god.
Gosh. Brutal.
Very.
Stuff, yeah.
Yeah, let's ping.
So we are creature or planeswalker from getting goof back to a 5. All right, let's see
Yeah, I
what
think
they
our
do. They got
want to attack the Wrenn and Six, maybe? Maybe not, though.
Yeah.
They're under some pressure. If they do, they have Omnath in hand, is that correct?
No, we
7, 8. So they get 8 triggers here.
or do they? Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Right, it does that.
Dark Dwellers now gets back the Glimpse of Tomorrow and recasts it, so they just go through the cycle again. And they do that after they've put a bunch of more permanents on the battlefield, so they just kind of keep looping. And I think from this point, there's a way to win. And if they don't just have the win here with the Chancellor. Oh, they were supposed to, or maybe they're not. I don't know. I thought they were going to be doing the glimpsing again last. I don't know. Excuse me. This deck's kind of nonsense.
You're absolutely
Clearly.
right. But thank you for the explication. I have not seen it yet. And
Gotcha.
Yep. Yeah, I'd rather lose to humans than face this. TBH.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
I mean, Mantis Rider is a good, honest death.
It is a good, honest death. Yeah. Yeah, I'm assuming the opponent stacked everything correctly, and I'm just not understanding the deck fully. So.
Even if it fizzles from here because they did.
Oh, then they've Outburst. It gives it +1/+1 on their haste. Goblins. Gotcha. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Clever.
Look at Outburst as other text.
I know, right?
Relevant. That is something else.
And no longer flavor text.
Wow. That was dumb.
Yeah.
I don't have any other commentary to offer.
No commentary needed. That was dumb. That's all that you have to say.
That was dumb, bro. Holy moly. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
gosh. So like there's like we have weird corner case cards here.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Like EE is probably fine. Because EE on 0 is probably okay. I don't know, like Spellbomb is like situationally alright because of Dark Dwellers, but that's not even that.
Yeah, I think probably the one main deck there is as much as we'd really want. How much joy can we get out of Dauthi Voidwalker? Could be actually pretty decent in this matchup.
Right.
We probably just stay along the plan as much as possible. Like, Pulse seems good.
Right.
I don't see much that I want to cut. Our Fatal Push is something we should be cutting. Is that kind of worse than most of our other removal spells?
Let's cut Push. Bring in EE, Terminate.
Okay. Do we need a Brutality? I mean, taking that Violent Outburst seems okay, but they have a lot of non-Brutality targets, too.
Right.
It kills the 3/2.
Okay.
I could see 1. Is it better than the Spellbomb? Is it better than, like, a single Terminate?
Better than a Wrenn and Six?
That's a thought. I can get behind that.
Okay. Try that.
All right. Alright, we're going to get like a good solid Jund curve out that gets us there on the play, and then
there you go.
Game 3 they're going to mull to Oblivion. I think this is a good start, though.
I like this hand.
Sweet.
And then Inquisition into Tarmogoyf. That's just basically Splinter Twin, right? It doesn't lose to anything.
No. Okay.
What was their hand again?
Double Colony Garden, 3 fetch lands, and a Dark Dwellers. Colony Garden is a good one against Goyf, though, annoyingly.
That's true.
But that is still our play, unless... Actually, is Dauthi Voidwalker better here? Because it could really reward us if we draw another, like a Thoughtseize or something, and it just does Shadow and attacks past the plants. Maybe we Bauble first.
Yeah, also Dauthi, hilariously, if we draw that Thoughtseize, we get to cast their Goblin Dark Dwellers.
Yeah, that's what I was
thinking.
And
Inquisition again or something, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, no, sorry if that's what you're saying. Sorry.
No, it's cool. So, we'll Bauble first, see what they're digging toward. They're going to get a Provisioner. That makes their hand good, actually. I think we play Voidwalker.
That's right.
Yeah, if nothing else, it gets to run past the plants.
Yeah. Okay. Once again, we'll probably start with Bauble here. No third land, a little rough, but at least we have lots that we're doing. Oh my god. Okay. With their Provisioner and the Dark Dwellers, Kroxa to get a land out of their hand is not bad. And on the off chance they pitch a spell, we could consider casting it. On the other hand, we could just play Tarmogoyf and pressure as much as possible.
I don't mind the Kroxa. I don't know. What do you think, Saul?
I think either line's fine. The plants definitely make the Tarmogoyf worse, so I'm leaning a little bit more on the Kroxa.
Let's do it. They exile the Dark Dwellers.
Wait,
okay.
do we just cast
So,
Dark Dwellers and
I
then
think so.
nab the Provisioner, right?
Let's make sure that we're not missing something.
What is it?
But ETB
Instant
cast,
sorcery.
yeah. Okay.
I'm super down. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. I'm very surprised they did that.
Yeah, me too.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. And this has got Menace, so it's good at attacking through the plants too.
Right. Love it. You really love to see this.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine if we cast Tarmogoyf?
I can't imagine it.
They found an outburst too that we missed. Do we have to?
We got to take the outburst.
Yeah, we got Bolt for the Provisioner still. So
wow, the fact they had outburst in hand—that's a huge mistake by them. I think they missed that we were able to do what we just did.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Voidwalker OP. Let's go. That was pretty.
Gotta put more respect on his name.
All right, so they just played the turn. There's the Provisioner about to get bolted. We've got a land. Things are shaping up, my friends. So yeah, pretty easy bolt, Goyf.
Yep.
Get to clocking.
Heck yeah. The next turn, if Wave Sifter is their only play, pulsing the plants means we guarantee 8, and we put a 2-turn clock on them.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
That's definitely interesting. 1 second, guys.
Yep.
So we're spending our pulse on those plants just to get in with the Goyf?
I think just putting lethal on board just kind of forces them to have to top deck.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I could definitely hear an argument that it's like a little bit loose. But...
Sorry, you know what? I missed the fact that we could escape Kroxa.
Oh.
All right, guys, I'm back. Apologies. So I just heard escape Kroxa. That does look like a line.
There's also pulse plants, and then that
this puts lethal.
That puts
you
lethal.
Could pulse plants, play Spellbomb, and that covers like loops with a Dark Dweller if they go off.
My instinct is to escape Kroxa, but I don't have a good instinct for this matchup generally. Like escaping Kroxa and then having Pulse in the back pocket seems like we can find a way through anyway. You know what I mean?
I gotcha.
It's up to you guys.
I guess I'm just worried about their best possible top deck, which is the Warp World card, and that Spellbomb would protect against like looping us pretty badly there. And then like pulsing plants like takes more permanents off the battlefield.
Okay. But
I can definitely hear what y'all are saying.
I leave this one up to you guys. I don't have a strong opinion.
I think we'll defer to Saul because it's his donation league.
Well, if we pulse plants, we hit them for, is that Goyf a 4/5?
Yes, and we will grow it actually to a 5/6 with an sorcery.
To draw more cards, maybe cushioning them against Kroxa. So I don't mind Pulse play Spellbomb. I think it's maybe a little bit safer.
Okay, let's do that.
Then we can always escape Kroxa the following turn if we want.
All right. OP at 5.
Good sign.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay. Good call there, guys. And very nice Jund curve out just as predicted. And now they're going to mull to Oblivion also as predicted.
Let's hope so.
Yeah. Haven't seen all that. I mean, given the emphasis that we just put on that Spellbomb, that line involving Spellbomb, that makes me think the second one should probably be in the deck. And I don't know what we cut for it necessarily. It could just be like a Terminate, but getting that in seems pretty good. Any other ideas or any thoughts on that?
Do you think Brutality is significantly worse on the draw to the point where we don't want to play it? I think there's still a lot of value in it. It does get to steal their Cascade spells, which is nice.
Yeah, I'm just like, I do think it gets worse on the draw, but I don't see it as that much worse as a kill spell than Terminate. And with its other utility, I think it's probably better than the second Terminate, but my first time playing the matchup.
Yeah, I think you can go either way.
All right.
Yeah, maybe the Brutality is better just because the added utility.
Let's do it.
We need mold of 4, mold of 3. Okay. Gotcha.
We got a one-lander that might be... They keep 7. I think this might... I mean, I really... I keep going back and forth on it. I'm trying to say something definitive and can't.
We are on the draw with a Bauble.
Exactly.
So...
That's the big thing. But that was my first thought. I was going to say I think it's a keep, but then like we don't actually have a clock.
Right.
But our disruption's
like
pretty great. It's all a little nebulous. I'm sort of into the keep, just because I love Inquisition. T1 Seal of Fire is going to keep their 3/2 from going unchecked. Kroxa seems great. I'm probably like 55-45 in favor of a keep. What do you guys think?
So if we just hit a bunch of fetch lands, let's say, that still seems reasonable because then we just get to Kroxa, right?
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. So I think I might be behind the keep. I don't know. Is it? I'm not sure if IreWorks has any strong feelings about this one.
I'm generally against keeping one-landers in most circumstances. It helps, yeah, like we already covered, it helps that we're on the draw and it helps that we have the Bauble, but like what are we looking to draw? Another threat? And land.
Yeah, a second land and a Goyf, like a fetch land and a Goyf would be our 2 best cards, right? And then the hand's fantastic.
If one of these cards was like just any threat that we could put into play, I'd feel a lot better about the keep.
Yeah.
But I'll let you guys decide.
Mirabito, you've got the most experience here. Are you okay with the keep?
Oh man, I don't know about
Put you on the spot real quick.
I feel that just drawing a bunch of fetch lands would probably be fine for a hand like this.
Yes, I think like.
But maybe that's needing multiple things. So maybe it's a mulligan actually. If we're needing more than one thing. Okay. Like, because you said we need fetch land Goyf, and I'm like we need fetch land, or something like that. And I think that's asking for consecutive runners, and I think that's not reasonable.
Well, I could interpret that the other way and say that like if we flood from here, that's actually fine, like you were pointing out, or if we draw like balanced lands and threats, that's also good.
Okay.
So the only way this hand fails really is if we don't draw the extra lands, which I think we probably should, but it's a real coin toss. Yeah, gut check. Anybody want to make a call here?
All right, keep for content.
Keeping for content. Oh no, do they have a ley line? What's this?
Oh,
Chancellors.
What does this do?
At the beginning of the first upkeep, create a 1/1 red Phyrexian Goblin token with haste.
Okay, cool.
And Gemstone Mine.
Can you expand one of those goblins real quick? Okay. So like if we were playing, that's good to know. If we were playing Plague Engineer, we could bring it into this matchup.
Yes, definitely. So Bauble them Inquisition. The draw of Ragavan's interesting, but
Yeah.
I think we probably have to Inquisition here. The goblins are annoying. They make Ragavan a lot worse.
Right. Colony Garden.
All right. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so
and they're hitting the land they need.
Yep, I was gonna say, yeah, we can't even hope they fade the land. So, kind of pressed into taking the Cascade spell.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
I'd love to take the Pyromancer. But...
Yep. I don't know if any of our sixes like feel confident against that hand. We do hit the second land, so we're competitive here. Terminate.
All right.
Too bad this is a swamp. Really too bad.
Right.
We can...
Yeah, we just gotta chuck the Kroxa out there, probably.
I almost don't know if we do. Because they're just going to pitch a Chancellor. And, like, that's not changing the outcome at all. With their Spyro in hand. What if we...
It is pitching one Chancellor, so if they draw another card they want to keep, they pitch the Tireless Provisioner to the Pyromancer? I don't know.
I think they lead on Provisioner. And that's why I'm thinking, like, playing Seal of Fire, holding up Terminate's okay, or just playing Ragavan.
Don't know how much Ragavan's doing against their 1/1 goblins. But...
Not much, but at least holding them back and maybe making our kill spells able to get him through.
If your opponent, do you play the Provisionary or the Seasoned Pyromancer here?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I think they play the Pyromancer first because they're waiting to go Provisioner fetch land.
Okay, you're probably right. So
if you play the Seal of Fire, they'll almost certainly not jam the Provisioner, right?
Right. So
yeah,
we could just play Kroxa, but I don't think that gets us anywhere particularly. But like you said, it could complicate their decisions, and it's efficient, so sure.
I think what's tough about this matchup, and I think our Mulligan decision reflected it, is that it's like not obvious what we're looking for in this matchup.
Right. Yeah.
First of all,
definitely.
Because of our inexperience playing against it, but also we're not. Okay.
Oh, he didn't have red source? No, he had red source.
He has, yes, Scalding Tarn. That's
He
weird.
just played Provisioner. Okay.
Cool. Fetch land.
Oh, another black land?
Okay.
Come on. I mean, we can K command now. That's actually
that's true.
something.
Like kill Provisioner, make him discard or something.
Yeah, I think you do just efficient this way, and we may need to cast multiple spells.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, we're just kind of staving him off.
Right.
The lack of another red or green land is grotesque here. Our curve out would actually be good, and our keep would be rewarded if it was one of the swamps was anything else, really.
Right.
Yeah. Mountain would be nice.
Yeah, even mountain forest would be fine.
Yeah,
Right.
we asked for running lands. We weren't specific enough.
Exactly.
That's how it always goes. That's how it always goes.
All right.
Okay, so we know. Now we know 2 of the cards in their hand. Now we know
Probably
none.
not up to this.
Oh.
The goblin pressure is insane.
Fetch land.
There it is.
Hey, there it is.
All right. So now what? I mean, we haven't set up a Kroxa escape, but we will next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Lurrus is a good way to outgrind them in this spot, actually. And then we've just got Ragavan and a bunch of kill spells. So what are we doing here? Grab...
If you play Ragavan, are you going to be in a position where you have to chump block with it?
Probably, and I think that's okay with like Kroxa and Lurrus as our
okay.
ways to go over the top.
Right, agreed there.
Is it maybe better to just play the Seal of Fire and kill the thing that you want to kill?
I don't know.
Or different?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are we fetch shocking down to 9? That's the other question.
Yeah, that is the other question.
I guess you
we
could like
kinda
go
need
real
to
high
for
roller.
Kroxa.
Yeah, you could go really high roller and just grab a mountain and just say whatever, forget the Abrupt Decay.
You know
and
what?
then just like
Yeah.
play Ragavan, hold up Terminate, something like that.
We could play, yeah. Okay.
I guess we can play Ragavan pass. We don't have to fetch yet, right?
I would. Okay, I just did.
That's right.
You guys don't seem as high as I am on potentially putting Lurrus into hand. I think that's a play
Oh,
too.
sure. So
We could play
you're
Ragavan,
like,
put Lurrus into hand.
Okay.
You
Give it a
guys like
shot.
that, and then we're just jumping and
Yeah, no, I think that's fine. Yeah, I like it actually.
so like obviously if they start comboing off, we're gonna lose. But like if this is just like their pressure and their value, Lurrus and Kroxa, one of the two will go over the top of them. Save the most life.
I like it.
Yeah.
We give them the tokens this way, but if that's the best they've got, then we'll take that.
No kidding.
Yeah, if you just flashbacks token, that's cool. We're gonna
that's
play
fine.
Lurrus away, and the tokens attacking won't be very good.
3,
Dang,
2.
hard cast waves.
Oh my.
Whew.
Okay.
Flashbacks of limited.
Ooh, a green card, pretty bad find. But we can go Lurrus, Seal of Fire, kill the Wave Sifter, buy back Bauble here.
Okay, let's go. That's awesome. Oh man, this is gonna be fun.
Hell yeah.
Should we main phase these effects?
This is what,
Does it
this is
matter?
what every
Yeah, I did play around. I'm not playing around, but I think I like it.
They're
Okay.
about to draw Chancellor.
Chancellor the Forge. Okay, that's good for us. I mean, they're about to draw a bunch of cards with the clues, but okay, I'm not gonna say anything, but we may be stabilized here.
Maybe. Maybe,
Because
maybe.
like, there's a chance they crack clues and draw into something they wanted to cast. We thought he's out of their hand.
Yep.
All right, we got to fade. Last card can't be a Cascade spell, please. Okay, let's go.
Ooh, all right.
Okay, so
Ooh,
not
interesting.
bad. Do we attack with Lurrus, and if they double black goblin, we terminate one of the goblins?
We could.
And that gains us life for the Thought Seize. Then we buy. Well, no, we just buy back Seal of Fire pre. Actually, that was just right. We just buy back Seal of Fire.
So Seal of Fire, Thought Seize, then we still have 2 mana either way. Sure, I think that's good.
Wait. Should we consider if we're gonna Thought Seize, maybe Thought Seizing first because we can get the second card out of their hand with the Kroxa buyback?
Well, they have a clue.
Oh
we
yes.
We can't escape Kroxa this turn. Oh, you mean with Lurrus buyback Kroxa?
Yeah,
just like-
understood.
It's just a thought, but
Yeah.
no, right? They have a clue anyway, so
All
it
right.
wouldn't work out.
Let's go Seal, kill a goblin, attack.
Attack first, just to see if they. I don't know. It's probably really remote, but they might mess up.
All right, we need to at least have the Seal on the field, right? So.
Agreed.
All right, Seal of Fire, working for that thumbnail. Gotta make up for some loss.
The redemption arc. The redemption arc.
The Seal of Fire redemption arc. That's awesome. Love it.
Okay, take the Dark Dwellers.
Man.
Let's go.
Yep.
So
All right.
I think we get Spellbomb down here, right?
I like it. Yeah, because that gives us like a draw at the end of the turn if
Yep.
they don't do anything. Okay. All right, we gotta fade some draws here.
We sure
This
do.
clue. Oh man, this is exciting though.
This is, yeah, we're
Good
putting
call on
up
the
a
Lurrus into
stalwart
hand. I was not
resistance.
even gonna think about doing that honestly, but like it does just give us a huge value engine to potentially claw back in.
Yeah, and the life is so relevant right now too.
It is so relevant right now. Oh, they're picking us
We're
down
reversing
pretty
all the
confidently.
what goblins did.
All
All right, so
okay.
we should Seal of Fire something with this on the stack, so it gives them one less thing to flip.
Sure.
Well, let them do it first, just to see. Just who knows, But let's see what they cascade into.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. what's going on. They're floating mana
float,
before
yeah.
they. That makes sense.
Yep. And then
Alright, so
we
we just
don't
hope
need
this
to
doesn't hit
Spellbomb
anything.
until they hit.
Okay, so they did hit the Dark Dwellers, so we have the Spellbomb, thank God.
Yep. Exactly. We Spellbomb now, does it matter?
I think now is fine. I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Well, if we kind of need a green land now to start really using all our removal spells.
True.
But, we've got Terminate and Seal, so we can deal with Provisioner and Dark Dwellers.
Pass turn, opponent.
Also escape Kroxa.
Mm-hmm. Have like a Chancellor of the Forge? Oh yeah, if we knew about that in their head.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh,
we're looking pretty dead here. Yeah. That's unfortunate. We have Engineered Explosives. I think that does it. Jeez.
Man, we can... If we had green, we could pulse them too, but then we'd just die to the wide board.
Yeah. That sucks.
Okay, we're beaten, but these are great games, not gonna lie.
Yeah,
very
we made them really
games.
close.
Yep, well piloted, guys, and it's not our day for results, but it is our day for good gameplay and good content. So that is all good. That is all good. Kind of a silly deck, though, isn't it? From the opponent, isn't it a bit silly? We almost kept pace with them. They had a pretty good top deck and some pretty good hits off of that good top deck. But we were neck and neck. We had a few different options. I think we probably took the right ones overall. And wasn't quite enough, but GG's. All right, enough with the bad luck. Let's have some good luck. We are on the play with a hand with a bit of air, but it could be good enough to keep on the strength of Kroxa, plus maybe Bauble giving us a bit of selection. What do you guys think about this one in the blind?
I think it's reasonable on the play.
Yeah, it's not super exciting, but it's just one of those hands when we don't know what our opponent's playing, and we got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I think it's fine.
Agreed.
Do we bauble ourselves here? Yeah, I think so, right?
We're not sure. We have the whole turn to decide if we want to keep it or not.
Wrenn and
Most
Six.
likely keeping that.
Most likely keeping that, exactly.
Ooh, Swamp.
Oh, another mono black devotion. We
I was
can
about
beat
to
that.
say, mono black coming for his revenge.
All right, Wrenn seems good against Swamp Pass.
Jeez.
Yeah. I'm going to get Stomping Ground here in case there's some kind of discard effects involved. We can pitch our Forest at some point and, like an opposing Kroxa or Liliana, because that's kind of our worst land with our Kroxa.
Like it. Maybe our opponent will Baleful Mastery this Wrenn and Six. And draw a card off of it.
It could happen again. It could happen to you. Be careful. Be careful. Think very carefully out there, Jund players, before you cast your Wrenn and Six, because your opponent could 1 for 3 themselves after you've drawn a land. Oh, it's Bone
Shards. Oh, it's a Reanimator.
They did it, but it's a setup card. It's actually good for them. Fascinating. It is Reanimator. Kroxa still could be okay, but it's definitely not a free cast anymore. Maybe we just put Lurrus into hand.
Yeah, I was going to say, probably Lurrus into hand, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we have Terminate, which potentially kills some of their things.
Yeah, I think it really could.
Yeah.
We just want to think about what fetch land to use because we are still working toward Kroxa in general, right?
Sure.
So maybe go
Right.
get Mountain or something. Well,
I like it.
or I think the second Swamp is better here, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then if they Archon of Cruelty us, we have to discard, I believe, and we can discard the Kroxa and maybe set something up there.
Yeah, I don't even know what that card does. I'll need to take a peek here shortly, but that's a good card.
I believe, as our beloved Space Marine said, it's Kroxa and Uro put together.
Oh wow, seems okay.
Yeah.
But Uro in particular is balanced, so maybe it's not that good. You're absolutely right though. So ETB, we're gonna sacrifice a creature or planeswalker, discard a card, and lose 3 life. Okay, forest or yeah, still forest.
At forest, yeah.
Yeah. Seems good. Okay, Goyf, so we can go Terminate into Goyf or Terminate into Kroxa, as y'all prefer.
Ooh.
Either one seems pretty good to me. I think maybe, I think the Goyf is a much better play up front, but we are setting up for the Escape Kroxa next turn if we do the latter.
Sure. I think that's fine.
All right. I don't know that we need to main phase our removal, actually, so let's Kroxa first.
As long as we do it before they go to attacks.
Yeah. Fatal Push, okay. Really rewarded, actually, for leading on Kroxa there. Rather than the goof.
I wonder if that means they have another one, because they know we have Lurrus, and they must want to have an answer to it.
I think that's a pretty good read.
Ooh, man. Dodge the Mana Tithe. Oh,
Okay.
that thing's dying.
That's gonna get bolted. That's gonna catch a bolt real quick. They have another one? Ooh.
Weird. Interesting deck.
Yeah.
You grab like Cauldron Complete.
Yes, indeed. Okay, 2 must kills. What can we draw? Nothing.
Bring back Kroxa though.
Yeah, is that the play then? Escape Kroxa, bolts, one of the 2?
Oh, but that priest has like Unearth or something, right? Like you can
Yeah,
get it back
the
from
priest
art.
is gonna escape Archon, or yeah, the priest is. Sorry, the priest has Unearth herself. Yeah, I was already thinking maybe we kill Stoneforge. That makes me want to kill Stoneforge even more.
Okay.
You
And
guys-
just like we just have to just stomach another Archon.
I guess so, but you know we have a free land to pitch. We're gonna lose our Kroxa that way too, though. But you know we're playing a value game that way. I mean, I think it's easier to beat Archon than Cauldron Complete, though.
Yeah, I have to agree. The Cauldron Complete's just impossible to remove, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when we don't have Liliana.
Yep. Okay, so I guess that's our play.
Okay.
We don't have Liliana, but we have Pulse, and I think, is that it?
I think I'm going to leave the Bauble in there right now.
Is that it for what IreWorks?
Answers to
This is indestructible, so we need an Edict effect to beat it if it's resolved.
Oh no, but that's what I'm saying. I think that I agree that like we just can't remove it.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's pretty true.
Till the opponent didn't put the Cauldron Complete in the graveyard.
A shame.
Indeed.
Well, they're presenting us with a pretty good progression here.
Gosh, I don't think we're beating either of these. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wow.
Another.
We're just very, very dead here. All right.
We can at least dump our whole hand this way, get another Bauble. They're gonna probably, they could buy back Stoneforge Mystic and have a different angle with which to kill us. But you're right, we're just probably 0% from this spot.
Oh, in fact, we are just dead because we lose 3 life off the Archon trigger attack.
Oh, off the attack, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely wrecked. Okay. Well, we didn't really get the right half. We had an okay progression, but we can do better. Hopefully we will. Spellbomb, Terminate, Brutality. What are the stats of the Priestess? Does that kill her?
2/2, I think.
I think you're right. I don't know if Veil of Summer is something we should be reaching for. Probably not really E either. I think, it would have been good there, right? But overall, I don't think it's... I think the 1-for-1 removal is a little better, a little more reliable.
Do these decks play late line? Seems like it'd be a bit.
Yeah, they could.
I guess until we see one, it'd be a little too wacky to bring him back to nature.
Yeah, agreed that we probably shouldn't be doing that. Cauldron Complete is the premier SFM fetch, makes our shatter effects a lot less desirable too. So I think we have a few options to bring in, but ultimately we're probably not going to have room for all of them. Maybe with that in mind, we don't play the Reactive Veil. And let's just, for the sake of argument, put 2 Brutalities in and see what our curve looks like and where to cut from here. Maybe like the grinding removal of Seal of Fire, not the best. Maybe Wrenn's not the best.
That all seems pretty reasonable.
Yeah, I think I like the first of each of those getting cut, and then we just need one more cut. We could go down to 1 Wrenn and call it good. You guys down?
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't think Wrenn's doing much in the matchup.
Send this one back, right? I mean, I like being able to push something, but
sometimes having other spells is nice.
Yeah. Oh my god. At least they're gonna take them all too. I think we go to 5 pretty easily, right?
Yeah, this hand doesn't beat them ever, I don't think.
Now we're cooking. This hand's great.
Finally. We just spin Tarmogoyf Nurturing Peatland, right?
Yeah, I think so. Vindicate, Unmarked Grave, Priest of Fell Rites. So that we leave. That we could in theory leave too and just take the Vindicate.
Okay. That seems
you guys
fun.
like that?
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. We're kind of bricking both cards by playing out Voidwalkers.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
I'm feeling.
I guess we can.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I don't know if we have the room for it. We could consider Veil Summer in G3.
Yeah, that's.
Not sure how good it would be, but
That's definitely something I was considering. It's just like a little rough to play. Yeah, like you said, we might not have room. A little rough to play a reactive card when their cards can single-handedly win the game if we don't stop them, right?
true.
But I definitely hear you. Inquisition's interesting. I think we still jam Dauthi here.
Mm-hmm.
And Blood Crypt has got to be better than Tomb with our
Agreed.
blind to our own top decks here.
Especially when we cut a bunch of Wrenn and Sixes.
Yes. Not sure why they didn't play these lands in the reverse order.
Good point. I'm not sure either.
Ooh, punished. Okay. My inclination here is just to attack, play another Dauthi. But obviously Inquisitioning is probably higher upside and is also potentially safer. But again, I think my inclination is just to say, can you beat 2 Voidwalkers after we've taken your one removal spell?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, I like it for a couple of reasons. Also, if they happen to be playing some sort of answer to Dauthi, then we never open up. We don't leave a window for them to do something crazy.
Yep, the redundancy here is really good, I think. Okay, they show us a land we didn't know about. Because they are desperate for draws. What a good sign. What a good sign. And yeah, you were right.
I mean, this is
Steven,
cool. I mean,
it's a
Dauthi
2/2.
might just clock them really
The
quickly.
Dauthi clock is decent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Bauble into Inquisition is the play here. We're about to draw another land. Persist and Unmarked Grave. So it's total hose territory. I think we take Persist.
Right.
Well, or
Yeah.
I mean, Persist is better for us to have in the back pocket, but Unmarked Grave is a better card for them, I think, right here if they get out of this somehow.
True. I like it.
Either way, they have these Dauthi quick.
Yeah, they're not getting out of this one, guys. No chance. Not a chance.
Bolt off the top. To
Yeah, I
make
was
it.
just going to say the same. We can still do that next turn.
Yeah, that's right.
Easy. Dauthi Voidwalker showing up big. In
Yeah,
a
big
few
time.
Crucial moments in this league.
Dauthi was awesome there.
Yeah. We only really learned about Vindicate from their deck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's probably enough to want to play Veil, but if we identify any bad cards that are now still in the main, we could bring that in. I don't know that we will, though.
I think we're good.
Think we're good as well.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Sweet. All right, come on. Big mulligan for them.
Seriously. All right.
Spellbomb.
We're keeping. Yeah,
Yeah, this hand seems pretty good.
the big mulligan. It's happening.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Big mulligans. Bull to 5. All right.
I feel
It's
our
nice.
luck getting back on track.
Snap up Stoneforge Mystic with the Inquisition.
Yes.
I like it. Tap pass. Okay, good. All right.
Ooh,
Okay.
Bauble. Which way would you
Bauble
guys like to use Bauble? I think both ways are pretty darn good right now.
All ourselves for action, right? We're a little flooded. We just don't want to draw another
that's
land.
probably correct.
Yeah, we need a way to win the game.
Yep.
Right. Like a Dauthi Voidwalker right there.
Tarmogoyf, let's go. We will take
Who's
that
turn?
on top. Celestial Purge
Oh,
is
wow.
rotting in hand for the moment, and Bone Shards is their only answer. It is technically a 2-for-1, but if they draw the right card, it could be good. We probably take Bone Shards here, right?
I agree.
I like what you said about them being you know what I mean, like an advantage. They put a good card on the yard
Yeah.
themselves. Yeah, that's a good point. Also, you know, it's like the 1-mana spell versus the 2-mana spell, so like
True.
for that reason alone.
Look, we're getting rewarded for playing Jund. They've got the anti-Voidwalker tech. We presented Goyf. Let's go. Okay. They found something. They found something good, but right now, like,
We're fine just jamming Goyf
we
because
are
they
safe,
can't
yeah.
put. Yeah, they can't. Oh no, they could get that one card.
If they-
Unmarked Grave, they could
Unmarked
find.
Grave.
Yeah.
Exactly, we get very punished by Unmarked Grave.
So
Yeah.
having drawn Inquisition, we can terminate, and then next turn Inquisition plus Goyf or Inquisition plus Spellbomb or Goyf plus Spellbomb. So terminating's pretty safe here.
And do we play
Alternative-
around the one-ofs? I don't know. I don't know actually what's right.
We could also Inquisition, because we know it'll hit even if it's a card we don't need to take, and then get Spellbomb down too, and that's an efficient turn. And that means from there on out we can kind of tap out more aggressively. I don't know. Sal, do you have a call here?
I think either line's fine. We obviously just can't play the Tarmogoyf, and if we're gonna terminate, I guess we need to do it now or just before
Yeah.
combat.
Let's just terminate now. I think that's fine. But I think it was a really valid to discuss a few different lines there.
Agreed.
Unmarked Grave is a sorcery, correct?
Yes.
I believe all the new Reanimator cards are sorceries, but I'm not 100% sure on it. Okay, another Inquisition. We lead on one of these.
I like it.
Okay. Here comes a Goyf.
All right, Gooster, you got a job to do. You got to do it quick.
5/6.
Hustle up and get to work.
Ooh, cracking the clearing obviously makes sense, but it's potentially good for our Inquisition as well.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Bauble. Okay. Once again, just a few different ways to sequence here.
I like Spellbomb put Lurrus into hand. What do you think? What do y'all think of that?
If that's the line we swing first, and
Right.
I think that's fine. I think almost everything that's castable is either a sorcery or they'll use it to kill our Goyf when we attack. So
Right.
I think I like that. Let's begin with an attack. Yeah, I mean, if we can... Yeah, look at...
Oh.
Are
Oh,
they
that's
doing
our
what
move.
we did against humans, or are they about to push?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, wait.
now we might
If
have
nothing
to
happens,
Inquisition.
yeah. Now I think there's a change of plans.
Yeah, for real. Dang, okay, interesting. So let's assume we're in Inquisition. I mean, bobbling them first still does make some sense, but we can also bobble ourselves. That depends on whether we want Lurrus or Spellbomb. And that depends on what we see with Inquisition, right?
Yeah.
So I guess
think
we're just
kicking it off.
Inquisition first.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see
Beatable.
what they're-
So
I don't think we're worried about that Archon.
I
As
don't
long as we
think
get
so.
the spell bomb down, I don't think we care. Although there's nothing they can draw that does ball, right?
So I was thinking we just
And Priest of Fellrights cost 5 mana to get back from the yard.
good point. I forgot about that. So let's bobble them
Yeah.
right now to see what to do.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna give up our own Bauble value on our own deck. That's fine. Castle Lock Flight. Okay, we're good to put Lurrus into hand.
Yeah, and then after we land Lurrus, I think we're sailing pretty smoothly here.
Yeah, agreed.
Bauble OP.
We're taking the Archon anyway. Not that we even necessarily should, actually. But,
yeah, maybe we shouldn't.
But we can.
Mm-hmm.
We did it.
They're
Nicely
off
done, guys. Okay. That was cool. We're back 2-2. Very nice stuff.
All right, crawling back.
Yeah, crawling back. And that was a vindication of the Jund threat suites, right? Because Dauthi Voidwalker soloing them G2, and then Goyf soloing them G3. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, well done. And on to round 5 we go. Let's close out with some positivity. We are on the play with a sweet one. Easy keep.
Are we jamming T1 Ragavan?
I don't know.
On the play in the dark? I feel like we should, right?
I think it's very reasonable.
If they have a removal spell, they kill it, whatever, and then we untap and double Inquisition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If they put up a blocker, maybe we kill it with the Seal of Fire.
Yeah. All right, let's go for it. Ragavan has not really let us down thus far, has he? All right, no main phase removal at least. Let's see what you've got, OP. Oh, we're connecting. Let's go.
Okay.
Flooded Strand.
Oh, is it Esper Control?
Could very well be. We can consider using the treasure to play Goyf this turn, depending on what we see. Really put the pedal to the metal here.
Yeah.
We see Dam, Counterspell, Teferi, and Opt. Some annoying ones to be sure. Lots of different things to do here, and they have 2 lands and a Cryptic Command, so it's actually an insane hand, right?
Definitely beatable, though.
Yeah, just because our progression is really good.
I don't mind taking Dam and just slamming Goyf.
I don't mind that either.
We just kind of get underneath what they're doing.
I think that's my first instinct.
Yeah, I think that's really good. And I think that the Teferi is obviously annoying.
Yeah.
And the next Inquisition will get counterspelled.
Yep.
I think that's okay, because if that's what's happening, then we're still, advancing our board. They're not, they counterspell our Inquisition. We play a Seal of Fire that can nab their Teferi after they've cast it,
Yeah.
And then if they fetch here, then it grows the Goyf more.
All right, I do agree. And also a good call to just lead on Ragavan in the blind. That was extremely rewarded here. Notably, they got Hallowed Fountain, so if they top deck another Dam, they can't cast it, which is cool.
Good point. Yeah.
All right.
Man, what a draw.
Just get it all.
Yep.
Yeah.
They actually could have Inquisitioned first to throw the Goyf.
Right.
My bad. I didn't even...
Yeah. I realized it as you were going to combat.
We could get rewarded for not doing so, though, depending on what this is, but probably that was better to do it. Yeah, okay. Well.
So first
Fire the Inquisition cannons, as beloved Fjord would say.
It's definitely a good draw here, though.
And we get to eat the Teferi with the next one. It's nice.
Mm-hmm. Really nice.
Okay.
Oh boy.
do we consider playing Seal of Fire here?
Yes, because that grows the Goyf 5, 7, 9. If we find a... What are we missing on the Gooster? An instant?
Creature.
Creature. If we find a way to put a creature in the yard, then we kill. I think it's worth it.
I think it's worth it too. And if I
we find Kroxa.
There you go. If I had pre-combat Inquisitioned as well, we would be closer to lethal. Yep. But imagine if we'd found a Teferi of our own. That would have been pretty amazing.
That would have been wild. Oh, man. Okay, Kroxa, make it easy.
No.
Not the worst.
Not the worst at all. So we're attacking, sealing before damage. Seeing what Aragi shows us. Just all lands, but we do get to put Lurrus into hand. And
right.
Obviously, OP is in a bind. They're not dead, though, because Cryptic Command... Well, no, they can't fetch, actually.
Well, they also... Oh, yeah, they can't fetch. They also have to tap, draw your team, and then you just Lurrus Seal of Fire post-combat.
Yes, because we have the treasure. Yep, absolutely. And they're opting on top of all that, so yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Game's over.
Look at that. Awesome. Proactivity. Well, triple Inquisition is kind of nutty, but whatever.
That too.
All right, Veil of Summer against the Esper deck. GG. Probably the second Spellbomb, and probably both Brutalities. You guys there for all of this?
I love it.
Yeah. So my approach to this matchup, has always been to cut some Tarmogoyfs.
Yeah, I hear that. In Boomer Jund, I think that's good, especially against blue-white control. I think the fact that it's Esper and the fact that we're a Lurrus deck, both of those make that less desirable in my opinion, but I still think it's there on the table. Do we all agree that the pushes are the first cut?
Agreed.
Yeah, agreed.
So then we got 2 cuts to make. Let's take a look, and...
Probably Seal of Fire?
Yeah, I like that.
What does Terminate hit?
Yeah, Terminate.
Yeah.
I think...
Now we're looking Gucci, I think.
Barry.
Sorry, Sal, what'd you say?
I said I think the Abrupt Decay is fine, because it hits the...
Agreed. Yeah, so here we go. Love it.
Awesome, love it. Jinx, LMAO.
Oh, now I can't talk. You got a pilot?
That's right.
Everybody calls Jinx, but they forget what it actually does.
That's true. Fair enough. All right, let's go feed the children. Yeah. They need to be fed.
Jund 5-0 upcoming.
Absolutely.
Not with the No-Lander, but
Yep. We're just going to hit running lands off the top.
Yeah, exactly. Little mull action from OP and a great 6 for us. And they're down to 5? Hype.
Ow.
Okay, what are we bottoming? Greed OP again?
Probably the Mountain?
Mountain, yeah.
Yeah.
The reason it's not as obvious to me is just because, like, getting to 4 for Kroxa is epic, but I still think that's correct, yeah.
I think Ragavan can do a lot of work in that regard, though.
You're right.
Yep.
And
so now we're on the draw.
Bauble, yeah.
On the draw, we're just supposed to Inquisition, right?
I would say so.
Okay. Cool.
Although, I mean, because they went to 5, we can also Bauble first and decide what to do. Ooh, now that we have another Ragavan, I think we just play one.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm down for jamming here.
All right. So just a general thing, do you, like in a spot like this, do you guys tend to upkeep Bauble or like end step Bauble?
I like to upkeep it
Yeah.
because our next turn of like Inquisition, another Ragavan, is like we need the most information we can get.
Yeah.
But maybe since we are committed to Inquisitioning next turn, we should be bobbling end step. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, I'm just happy to hear that it's like a little bit of a gray zone, which is kind of how I see it.
Right.
Because often what happens in that spot, although it didn't here, is that you know, you'll just like see a land and the opponent will play it, and you haven't gotten any info. And we did see a land, but they played a different one because they needed a double black. Anyway, we can now
also
dash
Castle
Ragavan.
Ardenvale's. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's a good one. But
I was just saying, Castle Ardenvale is
now.
like, yeah, I was saying it's really rough in their deck. Like they're playing like their Sunken Hollows and stuff.
You're
I don't
right,
know.
for
Like
real.
Esper's mana always just seemed really bad. I don't
You're
know.
absolutely right. So we can dash Ragavan and guarantee an Inquisition off of it. But that is almost feels like spinning our wheels. Maybe we Inquisition first and then probably hardcast them.
I'm down for it. Just like Foothills for a Overgrown Tomb.
Yep. Kaya's Guile counterspell. Okay.
Easy take.
Yep. All right. No damn, no push. Literally too good.
He's so beautiful. Look at him. He's a goddamn prince.
All right, we're putting together some decent top decks as well. I mean, I don't love having 2 removal spells in hand at this stage, but I guess Kroxa's been good the whole time to have around, and Brutality seems good here.
Snap Inquisition.
Let's go. That is so good.
Snap Inquisition.
I mean, they're just going to counterspell the snap, but
But that's awesome.
yeah,
that seems
exactly.
so good.
Exactly.
That's so funny.
We have to use up our treasure this way, but it's still worth it to just 2-for-1 them.
Right.
Oh, my
that's
goodness.
so funny. This is just beautiful. Also, pretty sick that we hit it off their deck, because them coming down with the Snapcaster next turn would have been pretty good against us.
Exactly, yeah.
This is insane.
Would you like to counter your Snapcaster Mage?
Yeah. You're free to choose the manner in which you'd like to fall behind on resources here. We're not monsters, and we'll let you have some agency.
We let her resolve what is going on.
Is there any pro to that? Is it not better to just counter?
It sure is, unless they're afraid of like something else. If we could go like land hardcast like a Goyf or a Voidwalker, and they're more afraid of that, but
Fair.
Oh,
yeah,
man,
but
this is crazy. Unless they have exactly land and they top deck a dam or something, and they just thought that this was a free roll.
Yeah, could be.
Oh man, that was awesome. We just get to kill them with their own Snapcaster. Let's do it. And we hit the land. That's so sick.
Okay.
Oh,
so attack first, then Kroxa, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Or, well, we could even put Lurrus into hand, but
That's true.
probably supposed to get a 4-drop or higher out of their hand.
Right.
And then
Yeah, it seems like the only way they crawl back out of this.
yeah. And then we're setting up, obviously, to escape him pretty soon here.
Okay.
Nice. Getting an Esper Charm out. Great.
Yeah.
It's a nice little catch-up card for them, potentially.
Yeah, exactly. The beats. Should
The
we
big-
Photoshop this to have Jund colors and put it on the thumbnail?
Yeah. You gotta put Snappy's face inside of what Ragavan's holding. On the,
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. Too good.
This is really was too good, man. This is so good.
Alright, Lurrus is the play here. Oh, let's remember how to tap.
Yeah, we'll just wait for them to fetch to bauble them so we can know exactly what's on top.
Indeed, indeed.
Oh my god, this Snapcaster is cracking me up, man. This is too good.
I love it. Oh no, they have the answer to our Snapcaster.
That's so brutal, man. They always top deck it, you know?
Holy moly. Oh my god.
Oh my god, the value train.
Still no 4th land, but I guess we shouldn't really complain.
I guess we have our 6 spells in hand. So brutal. Hello, opponent. We'd like to 2-for-1 you once more.
Is that all right? Is that okay?
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay, good.
All right, tons of value. Double bauble.
Yeah,
and they need one more land for the Ardenvale, right?
Yeah, it's 4 to.
Right, 4 and a tap.
It's got to be.
Okay. I really want this to be fetch land, push the Lurrus. So we just continue to kill them with their own Snapcaster.
Ooh, not really what you want to see, is it, OP? My condolences. Still can't escape Kroxa yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, the 2 exact lands that prevent us from doing that. It's funny.
Kind of funny.
Oh, wait, hold on. Do we Thought Seize, and then they forces the push on the Snappy, and then we can dash the Ragavan?
I was just going to ask that same thing. I think that's pretty good. But we're going to Ragavan into Counterspell.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe we just
then
attack.
Forget it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, they kind of have to push Snappy anyway, or we could just bolt them here.
True.
I think they will, but... okay, maybe not. I think that's fine, too.
It's like really heavy metal.
You can get back Kroxa with the Lurrus, and then that they can't push. So if you want to save the Snapcaster Mage,
I love it.
Snapcaster must deal the last point of damage to our opponent.
Snapcaster has earned.
So you can do this, and then you can Collective Brutality Drain too, so that you guarantee Snappy gets the last point of damage across.
That's the line. That is the line.
And we save Abrupt Decay for the Ardenvale token they'll make to block the Snappy.
Oh my god. The plays. The plays.
This is for you, Snapcaster.
This is for you. Pour one out for the homie.
Literally so funny. So funny.
All right, opponent, just don't concede, because I want to see Snappy do it. Let him cross the finish line. Oh, okay.
Well.
It was a moral victory.
He did it. He did it.
Moral victory.
That was a moral victory. Oh my god.
Be gentle, he's the hero.
All right, so Snapcaster making the thumbnail.
Oh yeah.
Snapcaster, Ragavan, Dauthi Voidwalker, and I don't know, maybe Thoughtseize, honestly, but we'll...
Or Thoughtseize, yeah. Thoughtseize probably.
As we go over the rest of the wrap-up, if you guys have any other thumbnail candidates, let me know, and we'll all consider them. We'll consider them for the 4 coveted spots. But for a 3-2, guys, that was a really stellar performance, right? Because we know we lost to just really unlikely Mantis Rider chains and so forth out of humans. And then, you know, some bad variants in round 3, more generic bad variants, right? But we felt really in control, I think, even for some of the matches that we lost, at least in the game wins that we had, or even in parts of the game losses. And then in the wins, felt very, very strong. That was my experience, though. What did you guys think?
Yeah, no, I thought that obviously Ragavan was really, really strong.
Yes.
I mean, no hot takes here from me that Ragavan's a powerful magic card. There were spots where I was a little skeptical on Lurrus and the Bauble plan, just because it didn't quite feel quite as efficient in our deck as it has in others.
Right.
But it obviously still very powerful card and let us do some things. I think for me personally, my next step is to take this deck and then add some Lilies and Bloodbraids and Seasoned Pyros, take away the Lurrus and the Baubles, and just to see what it's like, just to see it as a point of comparison. I think I'm still a little bit agnostic on which one is going to be more successful right now.
Totally fair. And before we consult Sal here, just to respond to what you said, I agree completely. I think the downsides of Lurrus and Bauble were exacerbated, like when we were hitting those cards in bad top deck positions, like the Baubles when we needed something immediate, we were also hitting the other wrong half of the deck too, right? So maybe you could say that it looked worse than it actually was, because our problem was drawing the wrong spells to begin with, or you could say that it dug our grave even deeper. I don't know which side of the fence I come down on there. I think Lurrus itself was pretty darn good here in a couple spots, but I also agree that the top end calls my name as well with a list like this. And just to kind of finalize that point, we are just, with a list like this, in many ways, just playing our best cards. Like, there are non-bows with Lurrus and Bauble stuff. There are also non-bows between Voidwalker and Goyf, and, like, sometimes it feels incongruous, and sometimes it feels like you've got exactly what you need. So maybe it's still a little unsolved, or maybe that's just what you do when you are spreading to 3 colors, but also restricting to CMC 1 and 2 threats. Fascinating deck-building decisions, as always. And, Sal, what would you like to let us know about? How did you feel after this 3 and 2?
Yeah, so I definitely agree. I definitely agree with all those points. Ragavan, obviously very powerful. I'm really happy with how our MH2 cards showcased in the league. And I think the biggest downside that we noticed running Lurrus today was not having access to some potential sideboard cards, namely Plague Engineer. Is very powerful card. That being said, though, I think that Lurrus, there's a lot of upside to playing Lurrus, and you could really go either way. I would prefer that Boomer Jund be the superior way to play it, because I've got a bias to it, and there's a lot of my favorite cards that I've been playing for many years.
Yeah. Well, I think probably most of the people watching this share that belief. There's a million ways to play a low-curve Lurrus deck. There's only one way to play Boomer Jund, and, Lurrus does have a homogenizing effect. We do see Jund either playing cards mostly unique to Jund, or at least they feel like flagship Jund cards, right, when we're on the old school build, so I feel you there for sure. But thank you for bringing us this Lurrus League, despite your Boomer inclinations, because it was all kinds of fun. Anything else you guys would like to throw in before we call it quits?
No, not really. I think the only last thing on my list to try with this is to try out Dragon Rage's Channeler, because that card's just very powerful as well. Now, of course, we just get in the territory of like, well, why aren't we just playing Rakdos? But I still think Tarmogoyf and Wrenn have some things to prove, or not things to prove. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Just I think they're very good, and they're potentially worth bringing you into the Jund colors.
For sure. I just feel I feel the same way. I think DRC is a good potential inclusion. We don't want to be too threat heavy, so maybe if it's determined that like a 3/3 Ragavan DRC split is what's optimal, that's where that shell could really coalesce around an appropriate number of threats with a lot of power and a lot of efficiency. But on the evidence of today, maybe 4 Ragavan is always correct. I don't really know.
Might be.
Yeah. Awesome times, guys. Thank you very much, Steven, for joining us. Always great to have you around. And thank you so much, Sal, for your support, for everything you do around here, and for co-piloting here your awesome list today. Really appreciate both of you and the community at large. thank you out there for watching. Let us know in the comments what you thought of the gameplay here. Any lines we may have collectively missed. Doubt it, because we played awesome and we're just blacklisted for our losses and we earn our wins, right? That's the only thing that could possibly be the case. Anyway, yeah, your thoughts on the Boomer versus Lurrus divide. That is also stuff that we'd like to hear. We take in as many perspectives as possible. That's how we get better. So thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for more BGX and broadly mid-range oriented gameplay right here on the channel. Talk to you soon.